Hey, Queen TT. Hey, girl. You know what? I absolutely love. When I say love, I am in love with your personality. You are an amazing person. I can just tell it shines through the screen. You are very, very charismatic, very, very personable. You're very, very energetic. Your energy is amazing. I mean, you're funny, you're quirky, you just, everything about you is amazing, and you're beautiful. Girl, when you don't have your makeup, well, you know, you're beautiful with makeup on too, but with that makeup on, flawless, honey boo boo. Flawless, honey. You got it. You got it, girl. I'm like, okay. And I know I'm just like, okay, you look really, really, really good. You know, and you don't I see you don't use a lot of makeup. You don't need a lot of makeup because your skin is so all one tone. And I heard you in one of your videos, girl. I peeped it when you was like, because I don't have no bags and I ain't got no blotches and, you know, discolored skin. So I see it, girl. You ain't got to say it. We see it. We see it. Anyways, I'm for real. When I tell you I enjoyed your videos, I'm looking through all your videos, girl. I'm looking at, just the videos. I know that you have losses, you know, lost people in the past, and just, you know, giving people strategies on how to do, you know, coping strategies of how to deal with that. It was just amazing to hear. I know you said you lost a best friend and you lost a cousin, and I'm just like, wow, it's always hard when you lose anyone, you know, but it's just that you share so much, and it's like that's what we need, because so many people are out here suffering and don't know how to deal with loss. And the things that you said of, you know, how you deal with it, and just giving a certain situation 1 hour. That's amazing that you know how to have coping skills to deal with different things in your life to make it easier for you. So, I mean, you know, I just thought that was amazing. I thought it was amazing when you did the makeup video with the two young ladies. I don't even know who they were, but I just thought that was amazing the way you guys did your makeup together. It was little girl time. But
Hey y'all. Okay, I'm just kidding. Hello, my butterflies. So now it is the end of the day. I could take off my makeup. I'm gonna have to say it did pretty well. So welcome back, everybody. If you are new to my channel, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you are a returning butterfly, don't forget to like and comment and share with everybody. So I'm going to show you guys how amazing these crayon wipes are. Crayon case. They're the loose leaf wipes. I've showed them to you before, but I mean, you can never do it too many times. And I want to talk to you guys before I go to sleep, so it'll work out just great. Of course, I didn't do everything I was supposed to. So I have the hair tie, but not the hair clip, and I clip my hair at night. I have the hiccups. Oh my gosh, it's always something with me. I need to be in a bubble. I like to clip my hair up and put it in a tie when I go to bed, and then I put my handy dandy Delta bonnet on, but it's not right here, and that's just fine. I just need the makeup off. Does anybody else feel like they sweat excessively on their face, or is that just because my skin is oily? I think it's just because my skin is oily. So I am so super excited because you guys know that my handsome, oh, I didn't take no pictures today. Okay, so my nephew Skylor, I think KP is the only one that calls him by his name that is pronounced, but Skylor is graduating high school. So despite everything, we are super excited. We are doing the best that we can for the fellas in our family that are graduating. We have a lot of all males graduating this year. So one from college, super proud of him. Finished in the 4 years. That tends to happen when your parents is paying for it. They'll make sure you finish in 4 years. So he finished in 4 years, and he's graduating. And then Sky, of course, from high school. And then another cousin graduating from high school. And 2 more nephews. 3. Basically, for whatever reason, all these people had kids at the same time. I don't know what kind of dates they was going on, but stay safe, kids. Stay safe. Okay? That's all I'm going to tell you. You're old enough. Stay safe. So I'm super excited. Some of the stuff is starting to come in. I prayed for, so that's one wipe for me. Now, some people say they use the whole, they probably use the whole area. Okay, let me be fair. I'm super proud where some of the stuff is starting to come in for Sky. We initially had a party plan for the 3 fellas in the family to do it all together because they all graduate this month. And we are not a family divided. We are a family together. And so nobody felt the need to have 3 different parties because we are going to celebrate together, and we were going to celebrate each one just the same, right? But considering what's happening and our family is super huge, there's no way we could do anything. In addition, the matriarch of the family is 93 this year. She turned 93 on my anniversary, which was April 14th. And so, obviously, we can't see her right now. And so, we're going to do something later. But for now, we are probably going to do the same thing everybody else is doing, which is all you can do. I'm beginning to get the dates for the girls in the nonprofit. 2 are seniors, 1 is a junior. I'm beginning to get the dates for them. And so we're super excited about that. And so whatever we can do to celebrate in whatever capacity that we can, we're going to do it. And we have some tricks up our sleeve. And so we are so excited. And I'm happy to be back in a place where I'm excited. You guys know that my mom was in the hospital. I was also looking for a job at the same time, and have been for quite some time. I'll tell you that story later. Complete faith walk, and it was right on time and exactly what I asked for. But wait till you hear how on time it was with literally what I asked for. I called it completely okay. But it's just nice to be back in a place where I can smile for myself. I keep trying to tell everybody as much as I can that it's so important to put yourself first. And I used to think it was so selfish when I heard people saying that because of the way that they did it. But if it's done right, when you put yourself first, everybody else is included that should be included. You want to share the things that you are doing with other people. You want to be a part of their things. And so then, I really wiped that on my face. So then being there for them is a part of being there for yourself, but not so much to where it takes over what you are trying to do, or you delaying things that you want to do for the sake of others. And so to be in a position now where so much is falling into place, and I don't even know where it's coming from. Well, let me take that back. My mother would beat me up if she heard me say that. It's not what I meant. I think that, sometimes we say things as a figure of speech, but that's not really what we meant, okay? Y'all, if my mama whooped me, are y'all gonna help me? Because she just told me this morning she don't like it when people do that. So anyway, we know where our help comes from. Our help comes from God. He is our source. He is our everything. He is our right on time. He is fill in the blank. That is what God is to me. And if you don't believe in him, that's between you and him, or whatever. I just want to say what I believe in. See, this is too much. This is too much, but I'm not going to not say what I believe in. I'm just saying. So anyway, all of these things are manifesting. Now, what I will say is it's interesting how things line up. I still have mascara and I could feel it. Y'all ever have an eyelash turned down like that and you could like see it, so then you start doing this, trying to see it, and then you hold your head like this? What I will say is that I had given up on manifesting things. So for a long time, I heard that, you know, if you believe it, then it will come true and it will happen. You just have to believe, don't give up. You just have to believe, don't give up. Well, because there were so many things, literally, that I was praying for so long. When I tell you so long, y'all don't even understand. You don't even understand. I've always been able to be happy, happy. I was happy to be happy with the things that I had, the place that I was in, because I still was able to live a nice life and develop and grow and all these other things. So not too much was withheld from me, except for the things like that you feel like you should have, right? So you feel like if I go to college, if I go to school, if I get a nice job, if I do it the right way, then when I'm done with college, I'm going to go and have this amazing job that's at least going to afford me to own a home, I'm going to be able to be married. I'm going to have some people want 2.5. I want half a child. Okay. Speaking of Harley, she's coming this weekend and I need all types of prayers, because that little girl, hopefully I can record it. But like, we go back and forth and I'm not here for it this weekend. We have things to do. Okay. First, we're going to get this together, because I told y'all it's a studio, it's a bedroom, it's a workout center. Anyway, that's why I want half a kid. Sky and Kiara done burn me out. So you just want these things, and you feel like those are things that you should have because they're normal things, right? You're not asking for a fancy car. You're not asking for a mansion. I mean, you can, but what I'm saying is these are normal things that you're asking for that you feel like you should have, right? You should have shelter. You should be able to own it instead of paying this high tail rent. You should be able to have a dependable car. You should be able to live comfortably. You should be able to do things with your family. Like, that's what I felt like coming out of college that I would be able to do, especially considering the field that I went into. It's a lucrative field. However, you have to do your research. You have to know what you're up against. In California, it hurts my heart, but I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm never going to lie to you. Even if I withhold things until I'm ready to talk about it. That is my right, and I said that from the beginning. I'll tell things when I want to tell them. Every race doesn't have the same opportunities in California. And so in the world of HR, it is very difficult to be a Black woman. It is very difficult because you sit at tables where they act like you're not there. They forget you're there so much that they say things that should not be said. I have heard slave jokes directly to me. I have heard public assistance references. I'm not on public assistance, but I don't think that there is anything wrong with anybody that needs it, and how dare you. Okay, so I have heard bad comments. I have heard comments about my hair. I have heard, it's probably not one thing that I haven't heard. And not just about myself, but also about people that would be under us as leaders. HR is leaders. You're supposed to protect, right? So there were a lot of times I had decisions to make. I had to make decisions on, do I act like I don't hear that so that I can keep my job? Or do I at least say something because they already don't respect me anyway? So the least I could do is say something. Um, and in most cases, I said something. Um, it puts you on the outside, right? It puts you on the outside. And then in situations where I didn't say anything at all, I was seen as a threat. So I was put on the outside. So either way, you know, you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. However, I had different people say, well, if you move to this state, it will be better. If you move to that state, it will be better. So I came at a crossroads literally last year. Last year, I had to make a decision on if I was going to move or if I was going to be laid off. So I chose which one? Chose my family, staying here. And that was okay because I literally prayed up to that. And so it was okay. But I decided in that moment that I wanted to really put a lot of focus on the HR aspect within Divine Purpose because I need to prepare the little girl that looks like me before she walks in a room. I need to prepare the young man that mother looks like me to walk into an interview room. Not only to walk into an interview room, but to be prepared for what could happen. I'm not saying it's always going to happen. I just probably had really bad experiences every time. But I need you to be prepared because when it happens, you're kind of like knocked off your feet like, nobody told me about this part, you know? But it's real. And so at that time, I just wrote down everything. I said, it is impossible that I don't have anything that I want on my list except for family. And of course, that's at the top, right? It's at the top. But to sustain your family, to make your family happy, for stability, all of those things, you need the other things that come under it, right? And then for your own sanity, right? We're talking about doing things for self. For my own sanity, for my own sense of pride, for my own feeling of accomplishment, there are things that I wanted, and I wanted to scratch them off of the list. And it came to a point where it seemed like everything was going in the reverse of that list. It was just literally going away. Now, what I will tell you that I believe is that if God is telling you to do something, because I believe he was telling me to move already, but I was comfortable because I was doing a couple of things that needed me to stay where I was so that I could finish those things and then I could do something different. I believe that, but apparently he didn't, because when those things were over, I was like, okay, you know, I had a date. It literally, when those things was over, he was like, okay. So I went through a bunch of different things throughout the year, and I said, let me revisit these things that I want, right? I had even stopped asking for things like, whatever happens, happens. I'm good. I don't care anymore. I'm healthy. Then you start downgrading what you want, right? You start saying, well, maybe that's not what's going to happen for me, because if you happen to follow the Bible, then you will know where I'm going with this. Like, there were some people in the Bible that wanted, for example, to be married. They didn't get married because that wasn't for them. They were not to get married. There's, wanting to have kids. They were barren. Like, different things weren't for different people, or they suffered for this like really long time, and then when they were like 102, things happened. I don't know, like, that's not cool. I didn't want to do that. So I just started being like, you know what? I'm good. I'm good with this. I'm good with that. And then I poured myself into the business. So by pouring myself into the business, I was like, okay, well, maybe if it's not for me, it's for me to help somebody else get that. And that's okay. Everything was, that's okay. That's okay. And that was 75% of the time. The other 25 was like, I can't believe I still have my edges. But that's just life, right? Transparency. So, for my birthday, my Delta Special gave me a prayer box. She gave me this prayer box, and I decided to revisit everything that I thought was mine. Everything that I thought that I should have. everything that I felt in my heart that I worked for, because we never truly deserve things, if you will. But another pastor had said one time that you're supposed to talk to what you want. You're supposed to say it, not just claim it, but you talk to it. Like he said, let there be light. Let there be this. You're supposed to talk to it. So it's like, okay, if I keep hearing this over and over, then, you know, it can't hurt to try. And if it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. So one day I was just having a really, really bad day. I mean, like crying all day, having a bad day. So I decided to take the prayer box out of my birthday gift. It had still been sitting there for a while. Don't kill me, Winna. But I took it out, and on each paper I wrote one thing, because I didn't want it to get confused. I wanted it to be very clear. I prayed over it and said what I meant on it, because you have to be specific with your prayers. Well, there weren't enough words for me to be that specific, and I didn't want to leave anything out. So I prayed over it, and I ended it with, you know exactly what I mean. You know my heart. Like, I was serious. Like, I need to, something has to happen for Asia. So I wrote it down. I wrote the things down, right? So, bam, first thing happens. And I'm like, okay, that's what's up. But not referring back to that. Now, that's just sitting there. I'm like, okay, that's what's up. Then 2 weeks later, the next thing happens, and I'm like, nobody's ever even done it like that. How did that happen? Okay, this isn't real. Then the third thing happened, and I went back to my box, and in the exact order that I put them in there is the exact order that they are happening. So y'all know what I did. I wrote down some more. I got a whole book. I got a whole book, and I wrote them all down. I'm just saying, I wrote some more. And in the midst of looking through it last night, when I wrote some more, I saw something that I don't even remember writing down. I don't even remember writing it there. And the papers are like this, cute little papers. I don't even remember writing it down. And no, two of them that I didn't remember writing down happened. These aren't little things. They're not little to me. It's a big deal to me. So I will say that I'm no mind reader. I'm no prophet. I'm nothing except for, in my season, special to God. But we all are, even when we're going through bad things, which is why I could be happy even when everything wasn't going exactly right. I had a whole list of other things, because I made a list of all the things that were going right. Right? So that is interesting. I just can't believe it. And ironically, I don't expect anything else. I don't. My awe has to catch up with my reality. So I mean, it's just crazy. It's just super, super crazy. I don't even have the words to explain. Like, I didn't think that I would ever be this happy, except for obviously when the kids were born, when I got married. Even when I got my degrees, I wasn't this happy, because it didn't sink in until that day either. I had a really interesting stretch of years, but I'm telling you, when it's your turn, it will all come together. And what I could tell you is that in the interim, while you're waiting for your turn, get your energy from it happening for other people. If you out in with this, one, things really can manifest. And B. Simone just wrote a book. I'm waiting for it to come, because I want to see if what I'm doing aligns with what she wrote in that book, because she has manifested so many things in her life. And I hadn't even seen that word so much until it started happening. So I see the number 8, which is new beginnings. I see the number 11, which is new beginnings. If you go back to my page on Instagram, you'll see that I have those two things there for this whole year. You'll see it. And 8 is my Delta number. That's my number. But those things happen. So I hadn't seen this word this much ever. In fact, no joke, I had to Google how to spell it. Don't judge me. I don't know everything just like y'all don't. We got these phones that spell everything for us now. So, but I did look it up and I did take the extra steps to make sure it was spelled right before I utilized the word. Message. Y'all know I had to throw that in there. But that happened. So I want to see if this book has those things in it, because I'm super excited to see what direction my life is taking, because I literally just took my hands off and told God to do what he wanted to do, but that it would really make me happy if I got those things. It's one thing on there. It's three things on there. It's three things on there that I really, really want to happen this year, and they would mean the world to me. It's three things. And remember, I said three, because as they happen, I will let you know. I promise. But I will wrap up by saying that stay strong, stay hanging in there. And I know it's easier said than done at the end, but if you go back and listen to any of my videos, I said it with tears in my eyes of things that was going on then that you guys didn't even know that it was additional things. You guys didn't know that I had an entire brick house on my shoulders, because I needed to pour faith and hope into somebody else, because when I do these things, I get inboxes, and those inboxes help to keep me going. So I was giving so that it could be given to me, because that is what I needed. If you are praying for your friends and your family, right? Then when they tell you that something happened that you prayed for it because you said you were praying for them. Remember, you say, oh, I'll pray for you, praying for you. But then when it happens, where's the follow-up? Where's the bells and whistles? Where's that text message? Hey, girl, I noticed this happened. I'm so excited for you. Where's that energy? If you are truly praying for somebody else the way that you say you are, and you love them so much, then when something happens for them, your prayer has been answered. So you will be equally as happy as if it were to happen for you. Will the happiness last longer, feel different? Of course, but it will be enough. It will be enough. It really will. I'm okay. I pull from other people's energy. Just like I pull bad energy, I pull good energy. That's why I don't like the bad energy anymore, because I will hold on to it until the other person is okay. But that good energy, I pull it too. It could be anything that makes you happy. And if it makes you happy and you get it or you achieve it, it's like it happened for me. Like, kind of like the person when you take somebody's picture, right? You notice, like, and you're like, why am I smiling? It's not my picture. Because you're happy. So that's the way that you should live your life. Live your life as if you are your best friend's cameraman, right? You're smiling because they're smiling. And then also live your life knowing that there are going to be, some people have a lot of bumps in the road, some have little, some have none. Don't compare yourself to somebody else's journey. It hurts a lot more that way. And I think that as I was able to let go of that, it got better. It got better because I stopped thinking that it was a point where I thought I was being punished. And so I was trying to figure out, like, what happened? But it wasn't that. And so obviously it wasn't that. But yeah, I just thought I would share a little bit of my happiness with you before I go to bed. Obviously, you guys know that one of the things of my happiness was Be Love's Life. I had that down as a goal to meet for my 1 year on YouTube, because literally she's the reason why I started. I learned by watching her videos. I kind of felt like she was talking to me every time she said, it's enough money for everybody. Get out here and do what you're passionate about. At least just try. And all the tech stuff. Anyway, I could talk on and on because I'm just that happy. And I like being myself. I mean, minus the obvious is mine. Y'all know what I mean. Y'all are, we just got done talking about not behaving like that. Be happy for me. If I am happy, then my hair, never mind. Y'all won't get it. I heart you guys. Thank you to all of my new subscribers. I hope this video in some way touched somebody. I will be giving more updates. So I'll go back and forth with the videos that I do. That way, everybody can get a little something. Some people like my workouts. Some people like my makeup. Some people like it when I take it off and just talk to you guys. So if you have any suggestions, please leave them in the comments. Don't forget to visit our website for Divine Purpose. It is divinepurpose.com, where you can find out all of the things that we educate on, mentor about. And especially during this time, if you need anything, please let us know. The program doesn't have to be open. Let us know. And if we can help, we'll help in any way that we can. Also, follow me on Instagram and subscribe and tell everybody else to subscribe. Thank you, guys. Bye, butterfly. Goodbye. Goodbye, butterfly. Goodbye. Now, y'all know y'all could have at least told me to put back on my lip gloss, but these wipes moisturize. Goodbye.